Hey guys, welcome to day 13, and today we're going to do another training. And because so far we've gone through 3 of the pockets. So we talked about the physical pocket, and we talked about the psychological pocket, and then we talked about the personal pocket. So now, before we move on to the next 2 pockets, I want to discuss with you a specific training I want you to do today. This is going to be a little bit different, but what I want to train you to do is this. I want you to do something that might be a little uncomfortable for you, but that's okay. That's what disasters are about, making us feel uncomfortable. So what I want you to do is this. I want you to eat things that you cannot cook in any way. Nothing. Today, everything you're going to eat in one day, nothing you're going to cook. So you can't use your microwave, you can't use your stovetop, you can't use any of that. Nothing. Zero. Why do I want you to do that? I want you to do that because I want you to get used to having to use basic tools and having to eat things that maybe when normal things aren't available, and this is sort of an extreme example for that. So one of the things that you can use things out of the fridge as long as it's not anything you have to cook or heat up in any way. So everything you're going to eat throughout the day is going to meet that criteria. If you want to get to the next level of difficulty, then here's what I want you to do. Don't eat anything out of the fridge or anything out of the freezer. Nothing. So assume that none of those things are even in play. So if you want that second level of difficulty, I want you to eat everything without anything being cooked or without anything even being refrigerated. But if you don't want to do that one, if that's just too much, that's fine. You can do that later. But in the beginning, I don't want you to use anything. Your stovetop is off limits for the entire day. Your microwave is off limits for the entire day. Your oven is off. There is no way to heat food at all. And I know that some of you will say, well, Patrick, don't you want me to try to create an artificial fire and then, try and cook things under a Bunsen burner or something? And I go, no, I don't want you to do that. I want you to get used to being able to eat things specifically that aren't cooked, because that's not easy to do. And it forces you to think about what will happen if you didn't have any way of being able to heat up food. So today's a really simple training. It's not hard to do. So that's all I want you to do. Make sure you eat everything without heating it up in any way. And as I said, if you want to take it the next level of difficulty, nothing out of the refrigerator or the freezer, obviously. So nothing out of there at all. But eat whatever you have to. You can eat, raw cereal if you're going to have crackers. Lots of things. Try not to eat too many sweets. What I'm trying to get you to is if you discover that that's all you have around are sweets and you have, salty chips and stuff, think about additional things that you would have to have in your house that you could consume that was healthy. It doesn't mean it's going in your disaster backpack. That's not what I mean. What I mean is it's things around the house, because most time if we have a disaster, we probably are going to stay at home. But what I want to make sure is that if those things aren't available, you have a way to eat things and you have items that you can consume that will still be nutritious and something that you can use in a disaster, because really good food is so important in maintaining not only your physical health, but your psychological health as well. So this is Disaster Patrick, and remember, prepare for a disaster and you'll never experience one.